coming to this production of 7. I'm Professor Alisa Roost, and we'd love to hear from you and answer any questions. Yes?
I just wanted to really comment on how great the performance was. Each one of you moved me to the deepest place. I came here because I know the story of Mukhtar, and Aizzah is a dear friend, and I really wanted to come and support. And I had read her book, Mukhtar's autobiography, but each story was so moving, and I just want to really thank you guys for doing this kind of work, because it's so needed. The awareness that you guys are causing by this kind of work is amazing, and it was just an amazing performance. Also, in spite of being a reading, it felt like a total performance. It was complete, it was great, so congratulations all of you. Great work. I'm so proud of all you women. Awesome.
Yes.
Is there a reason as to why all women are on stars?
It was a matter of choice, really, but I guess, I chose this one. It's from Afghanistan. I'm originally from Afghanistan, and it helped me, with the movement and just build my character more, and just to get the essence of the feel of her, to portray her story of all the women and the colors also.
I think it's the same, for me too, because women in Pakistan wear the dupatta, or the whatever you want to call it. It's called many different things, and it really helped me connect to that character and what that's all about. So
also, it's also connected to the fact that they're very different from each other, but they're all facing similar things. So it's a way to express that visually.
There's also a very practical reason, which is we didn't have a big budget for the show. And I think the director wanted a way to pull everything together without having to hire a costume designer and get costumes for. We all wore our own black, and we all picked a scarf for our character.
But that was a directorial decision?
That was a directorial decision, yes. I think we have time for one more question.
Well, I want to say I think you all did a fabulous job, but I think something and it has nothing to do with you and your positions, but the play itself doesn't really acknowledge that what is going on in all of these countries is in fact the results of colonialism, invasion. You talked about the Organization of American States, which in fact was behind the invasion of Guatemala, and so it's contradictory to see that on one hand there's supporting invasion, and on the other hand they're guarding someone. So that is something I think that's a little bit unspoken, right? That every one of these nations, and including Ireland, has been the victim of Eurocentrism and Eurocentric thinking, and a lot of the results of the male supremacy that all of the women are fighting, in fact, come from a very Eurocentric rather than Afrocentric or indigenous point of view. So that, in fact, what we're fighting is to return to our original roots, which are matrifocal. And so that's a lot of what the work that's going on is putting women and mothers at the center. So I think you do a beautiful job of bringing that to the surface, but of course it's not your job to do that in what you're reading, but that is what is behind what even pushed something, writing something.
And Hostess, as you can see, has some amazing women leaders. I'd like to especially recognize. And I'd like to thank Provost Carmen Cobeas Vega for coming today. And thank you all for coming. We have performances tomorrow at 12:30 and 7, so please tell your friends. Yes, sorry.
I'm sorry. Is it still happening like that now in those countries?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Is this crisis happening now?
Some of these are, some of these are not.
Not?
Each country is different.